Now, there's been a lot of debate in the US about why they couldn't achieve what they had set out to achieve 2 decades ago in Afghanistan. And even today, we see that there's much hesitation among Americans to call a spade and confront the core problem that they faced in Afghanistan, and that is Pakistan. And we have also seen that in the last few days, so many Afghans all over the world have come out and called for sanctioning of Pakistan. For the benefit of our viewers, Ambassador Ji, be it Indian viewers or Western viewers, could you tell us about what is the kind of role Pakistan has played in Afghanistan over all of these years and decades?
You see, the Pakistan has always played a role of a spoiler. It has been, its all policies in Afghanistan or elsewhere are India-centric. It looks at the world in a unifocal manner. It believes in the zero-sum game with India. So wherever India can get a little benefit, it wants to counter that somehow or the other. Now, when it got great opportunity, and you know that during the Cold War era, Pakistan has been the good old boy of the Americans all along, whether it was CENTO, CETO, whatever kind of security arrangements are concerned. It was also given a status of non-NATO ally. So Americans have been pumping in arms ammunition within their Cold War race. After the Cold War, things have changed, but the Americans continue to play all sides. They know that India has its policy, which is more of a strategic autonomy and does not fall in line all the time with any country in the world. It has its own thinking, which is not amenable to big powers who are looking to expand their horizons everywhere. Secondly, I remember when 9/11 happened, I was in Moscow at the time, and we had our IT minister at that time in discussions with the Russians on some issue. And suddenly I got a message from my wife saying that, Twin Towers have been bombed. I was thinking maybe some movie is being watched or what. But then I told that I went out and checked and this happened. And I told the media was looking at India's reaction at the time. We were delayed. We did not even react quickly, even though we had ministers and whatnot. Everybody was thinking. I mean, it was just to condemn and say we will extend all support. And I saw after about 1 hour, CNN, CNBC, everybody was after me because I was looking after the media at that time. And they were asking, and that's what the problem is. They were asking the Musharraf suddenly in his blue sweater sitting there and saying that a country that has been spawning terrorism all along, the country that has helped create Taliban, the country that has been funded to create Mujahideen and using terrorism all over India, comes up and he says we are there and fight against terrorism with the Americans, and they offered their place for Americans to go along, and that's then rest is history. So they received a lot of funding, a lot of support internationally and otherwise, and in the fight against them. So they became the vehicle for the Americans and for the other major powers eventually to supposedly fight against Taliban, right? On the other hand, you forget that they are the ones who really created Taliban. So they have always been keeping these leaders supported. They were providing them the guidance. Their army is very much in it. They have been fighting with them, embedded with them. So the world knows what they are doing. And that's what they were trying to tell the Americans, that, we are crucial. Because see, if you resolve a problem by being used of single-use plastic, then you are not going to be used again. And that has been the major Pakistani design, that they wanted to be remaining relevant to the Americans, to the Russians, to the Chinese. And that's why they've been playing this card that we hold the key to Taliban. If you want to go to Taliban, you have to go through the Pakistani door, Islamabad or Rawalpindi. And that's precisely they did. On the other hand, the Talibanis, they've been hiding all over in different kind of a very difficult terrain, fighting everywhere. So they were getting their money from the mainly from the drug trade and whatnot, plus all the arms ammunition from the neighboring countries and support from Pakistan in this planning. So Pakistan's role basically has been very negative. It is known, but it is kind of thing that they will be used. They have been used, and the Americans, even though just at the Central Asia meeting, which was held, they created another quartet. A quartet consists of 4 countries, that is USA, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and Uzbekistan. Right. So the Americans, even though they will tell you that they are great friends of India, they have their own strategic objectives, and they feel that their strategic objective can be solved by Pakistan. And Pakistan did not want the Americans to leave quickly Afghanistan in any case, because that would have created, you don't throttle your own incoming help or assistance which was coming, plus the support. But the Americans have over time realized that Pakistan is harboring terrorism, is the source of terrorism, is the fountain of terrorism, and they have understood the game. But then again, you are stuck. So finally, now they're out of it. Now let us see how the Americans will eventually play out. But today, the Chinese are the favorites, the Russians are the favorites, and they are continuing to work with them closely with Pakistan.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.